Welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each weekday, a staff member or volunteer will share an object from the permanent collection and pose questions for discussion. Check back every day at 10 a.m. for new work and a new conversation. Hi, I'm Helen, a docent at the Art Museum. Today, we'll travel to Tokaido, Japan's eastern sea road, with the woodblock print artist Hiroshige. We'll visit the town of Numazu, located near Mount Fuji, station number 12, in this 55 print series. Many scholars disagree on whether Hiroshige actually walked the Tokaido, but there are many details in the prints that make me pretty sure that he knew the joys and challenges of this 300-mile highway. Hiroshige often used strong diagonals to draw viewers into the scene. In Twilight at Numazu, it's the highway and river. The tall trees were a common sight, marking the route and providing shade. The three travelers are walking, the usual way people traveled in the 1830s. The trees are dark, and the moon is just rising above the horizon. It's evening, and they must be happy to see the town in the distance. The traveler on the left wears white pilgrim's robes. We know that the pilgrim is walking to Camille's shrine on Shikoku Island because on his back he carries a mask of the long-nosed red goblin Sarutohiko, the god of the road and the protector of sailors and fishermen. It was common for guilds of ship's carpenters to send a young man there on a pilgrimage that would earn special blessings to protect the carpenter's ships. It probably took 2 months to walk the 900-mile route from Shinagawa shipyards to the shrine and back. Ahead of the pilgrim are a mother and child, perhaps returning from a visit to her parents. The 15th of the month was often a festival day, a break from her work on the farm or the family business. How do we know it's the 15th? At that time, Japan followed a lunar calendar. A bright full moon is peeking between the trees. The new moon was the first of the month, and the full moon was always on the 15th. It's probably summer, the best time for a pilgrim to travel. Did you notice the deep blue sky at the top? That's a special printing technique called bokashi. It's a prominent feature in many of Hiroshige's Tokaido prints. Hiroshige's signature and seal is on the left. To the right is the title of the series, The 53 Stations of the Tokaido. The series made Hiroshige famous. Over the next 20 years, he designed more than 8 other major Tokaido series, and even a board game with Tokaido landscapes. There was quite a demand for more prints with everyday scenes of life along the famous highway. But wait, didn't I say that there were 55 prints in the series? Yes, there were the 53 stations along the route, but Hiroshige also included Nihonbashi in Tokyo and Sanjobashi in Kyoto, the official starting and ending points of the Tokaido. Sarutohiko is one of many long-nosed goblins in Japanese folklore. Before the 14th century, all goblins were evil. That slowly changed. There were good goblins and bad goblins. Good mountain goblins came to be identified with the Shinto deity Sarutohiko, who was also believed to have a long nose. These two goblins were part of a festival in Arimitsu in 2010. These kids thought they were fun, but others wouldn't go near them. When our pilgrim reached Camille's shrine, he had to climb many steps to reach his destination. The shrine was built on top of Mount Zozu. Since the early 11th century, the mountain has served as a landmark for navigation, and the god of the mountain became Sarutohiko, the guardian of sailors and fishermen. The shrine today is the second most popular pilgrimage destination in Japan after the Great Ise Shrine. Why? It's now dedicated to the god of prosperity. In Twilight at Numazu, Hiroshige celebrated the beloved Sarutohiko, the protector of travelers, an evil demon who had turned to good. The print is not on display at the Art Museum now, but there is always a variety of prints on view in Gallery 213. Where do you like to travel? Small villages, big cities, grand nature parks, quiet places. Do you like to meet people when you travel? Next time you're at the art museum, check out some of the famous scenes and imagine a trip there. Have fun!